jump in here and let everybody know that from January the 6th, the 12th night, till my birthday, which is February 14th, I will be going live every single day on Instagram. Why am I doing this? Well, it's 33 days from a Monday to Saturday. We skip Sundays because Sundays are for me, but it's a Monday through Saturday live with me every single day to get to know me, get to know how you can work with me, and really dive deeper into my story of my last 33 years on the planet, as I will be turning 34. So I'm very excited about that. If you want to just come check it out and come hang, you can ask me questions on the fly. There's nothing to really register for. It's literally just jump on my live. It'll be 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's January 6th to February 14th. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things that call to your soul, please. Because I want to reach as many people as possible to stop living in a very mundane world, and we're going to skyrocket into what is possible in the bedroom and beyond. So we'll get to it. Yes, I am wearing a bindi. Yes, it is on my head. No, I'm not religious. However, I like the idea of what it represents. So a couple things. Could be for your third eye. And if anyone knows the chakra system, your third eye is the seer of all things, the knower of all things. So I have it on my head to remind me to go within. So even though I'm having a human experience, there's always something to be responsible for inside of self. And it's a direct connection to the universe. And that's how I deem it. I know it's also can represent marriage. So I am essentially married to myself. So it still works. It represents all of me. Okay, so today, what are we talking about? My goodness, we're talking about the goddess, okay? So I've mentioned before, when I'm in the tantric practitioning element of my business, I denominate myself as Desiree. Why? The goddess, Desiree goddess, okay? It's a role that I get to step into, so I don't have anything in my way to be a pure channel, a pure light for whatever client is coming in. Now, I'm not going to really get heavily into that right now today. I wanted to really talk about the goddess that's within you. Yes, you, all you ladies out there, or whoever wants to denominate as a feminine energy, you are a goddess, okay? Why am I saying this? Why does it matter? Well, us women in history have not really gotten a fair chance to express ourselves fully. I'm not going to get into a big argument about patriarchy and all the things. Stuff happened in our past to not allow women to rise to their fullest potential in sexuality and being just vocal and expressive and a lot of other things. Okay. So we're going to save those conversations for another day. But what I wanted to touch on is things are changing. Okay. And the only people keeping us stuck in that paradigm where we can't do things because we're women, or that we don't get fair pay because we're women, it's not because we're women anymore. I mean, it may have started like that, but there's something to be responsible for when we are the ones keeping us stuck, as in the feminine. We have not been taught how to relate to one another, to really build a community base. And I'm not saying this is for everybody. There are people out there and communities that are beautiful and whatnot, but as an automatic way of being, it's not instilled in us to be friends with another female right away. We need to feel safe first and foremost. And if people are not self-regulated and have no emotional intelligence, meaning they can't regulate their own emotions, it becomes this he said, she said, and it's a lot of competition. It's a lot of cutthroat, trying to make it in the world and prove to that that we're worthy. I'm going to tell you something. You're worthy. there's no one on this planet that said you weren't. And if they did, why did you take that on as truth? A lot of it has to do with our conditioning. A lot of it can be inside of our ancestral DNA, anything that's happened in our past, through the bloodline, through like energetically, all these different aspects. But what I'm talking about is how do we step into this goddess role and be empowered by that? Okay, I know a lot of women, myself included, just want to be in a safe, loving relationship that possibly could be their best friend and all these beautiful things, and we want the mate to be of a high level of awareness, understanding, and like just get who we are. But if we're not inviting them in, how are we ever going to assume the role as goddess? You know, it doesn't work that we sometimes emasculate men, and we don't even mean to. So, behalf of all females, I apologize for that. And I'm not saying men haven't contributed to some things that women do, but in this particular conversation, it's just getting clear how we can rid ourselves of the past, meaning all the make wrong, like, you know, feminism going way too far and the patriarchy, and men get like we don't get fair pay with compared to men and all these different things. And it's like, again, they may have started it, but we're not finishing it. We're just taking it as a fact and being like, yeah, that's fine with me. To be stuck, to be in our wounded self, to be this like low vibrational being, which you're not automatically, but all the conditioning and all the make wrong and all the things that we've ever kind of picked up along our journey has contributed to why you don't show up as your highest and best self. So the goddess is, this is just my perception, so take it on as you will, but basically it's like, imagine yourself as someone that could really just flow. You know, she has everything she needs. She is so loved and honored within herself that she attracts all this beautiful, mesmerizing, like just, you just feel alive. Okay. Like a more blissful feeling of life than just like, oh, I got to do these things. It's like, how do I still have a human experience? You know, you have bills to pay and adulting duties you need to uphold and all these other things. But it's like, how do I bring in this essence, this flow of like joy and pleasure, whether that's intimately or just pleasure of like eating a bowl of ice cream, like whatever that is for you. And how do we hold both? I know that may get into a conversation around duality. I'll save that another day. Okay. But this is like, what is it that you really want? And I'm actually asking. So if you're viewing this video right now and you're a woman and you're like, yeah, I want more in life. I want something to like light me up that's other than like work or kids and school and things and husband and maybe friendships, whatever. It's like, what is it for you that's going to make the difference as to why you want to be a goddess or want to be in an energy that suggests that everything is flowy and easy? And I'm not going to say it does not come without challenges. But as your more default way of being, it gets to be flowy. It gets to be awesome. It gets to be like, what's the opportunity in this? You know, shit could be hitting the fan and like things are just chaotic, but at the same time, you are free and clear and you can stand your ground powerfully and compassionately. Now, that means for yourself and for those around you. Normally, what happens is we get into a triggered state, or what I call an activated state. You have activated something inside of me that bothers me, makes me upset, whatever. Now, it's not the person doing it to me. It's me already possessing this hurt or wound or pain inside, and someone says something to activate it. And then outwardly, it looks like I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm hurt, and I go into this like retreating victim mode. We're not doing that anymore. From this point forward, We are not doing that anymore. It is a choice, but please know there is another way. You don't have to feel scared. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to feel victimized. You don't have to feel ashamed or hurt or any of those things, because there are tools and techniques we can change it to step into this goddess. Now, those things will always pop up for you, but the difference is you'll be able to say, not today, not right now. I am assuming the role of this person because, or whoever it is, like any goddess you want, and step into that role. And slowly all these things sort of disappear. Not that you're ignoring them. Oh no, we're going to deal with that part. But the end result is you get to step into this world where everything is okay. If not better than okay, like amazing. Okay. And our brain has this ability. The only problem is, it's not even a problem. It's just like, it looks for pattern recognition. That's how our brain operates. It tries to keep us safe if it feels like any danger is present. So whether you're getting activated, whether there's fear present of posting on social media or talking to a really cute boy, whatever it is, you can still get into the energy. You can still fulfill on what you wanted to originally. So also, furthermore, to the point of, ladies, if you're looking to spice up or reignite your relationships with your significant other, it is in your best interest to assume the goddess role. And those that are single and looking for a new love, and you want it to be fully passionate and aligned and loving and all the juiciness, what are you doing for yourself? I ask you, what are you doing for yourself? Because if you cannot give yourself this type of love that you yearn for, you ache for, all of those beautiful things, how on earth are you going to track that in your life? Whether you have people in it or not, whether you assume that you have a partner or not, how are you going to attract the relationships that you desire if you are sitting here feeling victimized, feeling like life is happening to you? See, a goddess doesn't do that. A goddess doesn't even, like, she recognizes it and says, thank you, but this is no longer for me. So I challenge you to really notice. So next week, I will talk more on how to actually obtain these things, how to actually get from point A to point B. But right now, I just want you to sit with what is happening for you in any given situation. Are you being activated? Are you being fair? Are you like getting upset? And just so you know, your feelings are valid. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to have feelings. And we need to know how to feel them, not project them. Okay? Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you need to be rude to somebody else, kind of deal. Okay? So the whole idea is this goddess, beautiful energy, and just think about it. Even for the men, think about it. If your woman stepped into her goddess role and was like, I can deal with my own emotions, I can deal with this on my own, and all these other things that don't need to be in the space, especially when you want to be deeply intimate or connecting, could you imagine how that could enhance your beautiful time together? Whatever you're doing, you could literally be doing nothing, and it's like the greatest time because you both are able to just be. There's no demands of life or each other. There's none of this animosity and like anger present. It's just easy flow. How can I be of service? How can I provide to you at the same time that provides to me? Because ultimately that's all we're doing. When most people hear, let's go be of service, it's like, forget about me. I'm just going to go. No, no, no. To be of service to someone is actually to be of service to yourself first. It's like you're leading the way. You're learning for yourself how to do it so you can just lead by example rather than trying to like muster up every element you can to make it so and make this person be this way. And it's like, it's actually none of our business. Especially if you want to like, do you know any queens or goddesses that like do that? I don't. But I mean, if you do, please leave a comment and I would love to talk to you about it. Overall, I just want this beautiful, harmonious essence to all relationships, whether they're romantic or not, intimate or not, it doesn't matter. Because when we can relieve ourselves of any pain, when our needs are met solely by doing it for ourselves, you'll never need anything from anyone. Okay? Then we can actually start having the conversation about desire and the things that you want for yourself, and actually how to give yourself permission, because a lot of us don't know how to do that either. It relieves a lot of pressure in relationships. It relieves a lot of pressure of the obscene amount of demands life gives you already. Why would we want to add on top of that being in a relationship? It's crazy. So, ladies, we are assuming the goddess role. If you want to learn more, please message me. I will take you through a beautiful exercise to really get into what that looks like. I'm going to be launching a 4-week program in February, I believe. So just in time for my birthday, just in time for the Valentine's Day. And I just want people to really start getting curious. Even if it's about something else, just start getting curious about you. Okay? And for the men, my goodness, you're going to want to encourage women around you to really step into this energy. Why? Because when she feels safe and loved and flowy and like she is the goddess we're speaking of, that automatically allows you to be the god, the king, the whatever you like to call yourself, in that powerful, think of like a lion and a lioness. That's a beautiful representation of like, the lion protects and he serves and he protects his tribe and his woman and all the beautiful things, and then she feels safe, and then she is indebted to you to just give back, and then it becomes this beautiful exchange. It's not like, I did this for you, why aren't you doing that for me? And we are starting to energy exchange, understand what the needs are and how we can meet them ourselves. So we're not wasting our time trying to get my needs met by the other person and then me to get their needs met, and all. It's just so confusing. So I'm so excited that we get to talk about this, to maybe extend past this. And if you have any questions, comments, I would love to know, because I really want to know what's important to everyone, so I can start creating things of value. I know what's valuable to me, but it may not be valuable to you. So please let me know. You can message me. You can click on the links. There is my website, Unilove Academy, and I'm on Instagram. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Sending all my love. As always, all my love, my gratitude. Like, share, subscribe, because we want to reach more people. And that's the only reason. So thank you so much for your time. I love you, gods and goddesses, whoever's listening out there, watching, and know that you're worthy.